Welcome back, everyone, to episode 4 of the Bake a Cake Challenge here on Calmsden Farms. We're into October now, and I need to go buy that field we talked about in the last episode. Um, that's going to be field 9, so we're going to have to take out a loan to be able to afford this. $300,000. Yeah, so we're going to need a loan to be able to pull this off. We already took a partial loan last time, but we're already 125, but we're probably going way in the hole here, but I think it'll be worth it. Get that in the field this year, get that planted, so let's see. Let's just make it 325. We're in the hole. Leave a little bit. Yeah, we took the loan for the planter last time, so we're going to go ahead and buy this. And then we're probably going to use a contract tractor for the actual planting here. So I'm going to look in here and find us a good... See if we can find a contract that's got a tractor we can use. There's a mowing one, but I don't know if that one's big enough. We're definitely going to do this plowing contract, but I don't know if I want that to plant with. I think this cultivating contract will work, so we'll just borrow it for it, and then we'll plant our field. Yeah, this one's probably big enough to handle our planter for sure. I do think I want to get this out of our way though, because while it's planting, we can do those other two contracts. Run home, grab the planter. I can't remember if it's full or not. But we get this grain in the ground, you know, we're gonna plant barley in here, and then really it's gonna be the sugar that, but I don't think we're gonna have enough this episode. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. I guess I can't plant it till the spring anyway, if I remember right. So we need to get that sugar planted as well. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. And I guess I didn't double check that field, but I thought, it's been a few days since I played this, but I thought it was ready to go to be planted. We just need a lot of things right now. We need a way to get the milk over to the dairy as well, as we're starting to produce some. So we're gonna need to keep our eyes open for a tank, either buy a used one or just break down and buy a new one probably. Yeah. Guess I drove right past it. We're set to grass. I better change this. Better double check, but I'm pretty sure we were gonna plant barley. Yeah, we can still plant it. And then I better look at that field. It's only 50% fertilized, but we'll knock out the rest. Yeah, it looks good. So I know we've got quite a bit of borrowed, but I'm not even afraid to go to the max of whatever we can borrow in this to just get us off to a good start. Making pretty good money every day with contracts, so I think we can cover the interest. And if you haven't watched my previous ones, I've decided to only do like 3 contracts a day unless I get into a bind, but these contracts are pretty crazy paying. Like you seen that one, if we do 3 contracts today, it's over $100,000. That's plenty. But I do want to get some land and get started here, and probably get started on that sugar cane in the spring. So we'll need a field for that as well. Pulled past it. Just driving around in circles. And I have no idea if this is enough fertilizer and barley. I guess I should have filled it up. I had some more fertilizer there. These fields, they look, they don't look that bad. It's kind of a small field, but this is a pretty big field. When you're used to playing Riverbend and Zalonka, it's just you come over here, and this is one of the smaller ones, and it's a pretty big field. So that's gonna take a little while. Let's look at those other contracts. We can get those guys started. We got a mowing, plowing. I know it's early in the day, but it's hard to pass these up. $67,000, and that's going to take a while with a 6-foot plow. We definitely want to do that one. Get them started, and I think a $44,000 mowing contract's pretty good. It's kind of crazy. It only cost you $259 to lease that, or to borrow cost, because that's pretty crazy. Alrighty, let's jump over. Actually, before we get started, let's go. We probably should have done this. Probably should have done this earlier too. I wasn't thinking. We might not need to borrow as much, but we could always pay back, or I'm sure we can use it elsewhere too. Do have silage in here. Maybe if I pull up to the right damn spout. Guess I still got a little bit of grass in there. Haul the rest of the silage down there and get paid for that, so we kind of have an idea what we have for money. Guess we didn't really look at the used market while that's filling too. I already got a wagon. A slurry tank wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. So we are going to start filling up with slurry. I'd love to have that combine and header, but let's see where we at on our slurry in the dairy. No, not the dairy. I guess it would be under the cattle. Oh, we're fine for a while. We can put that off. Not even. Yeah, it's probably not worth blowing that money right now, although that's a good buy. And if we run into a bind later on, we can just lease a slurry tank, and I don't know if I'm going to put it on the fields. It'd be fine for this one right in front of us, but as annoying as the roads are to go down narrow, I can only imagine running back and forth just to get slurry. I'll probably just... And we own the biogas plant, so I might as well just run it over there and turn it into cash there. Get rid of it. But yeah, we probably need to get on that dairy before long. From what everything I've kind of looked at, the dairy production must be pretty slow, so it might take us a while to get butter and bottled milk. I don't know. Everybody complains that the dairy's kind of slow, so we'll see. I don't know how much of it we need. It's so foggy this morning here. And I don't know how big of a sugarcane field to go. You know, something as big as this one is probably overkill, isn't it? I don't know. Hate to go too small though, and then have to go through 2 or 3 seasons. But it's not the end of the world because, like I said, you do need to have $500,000 cash, so you can spend the rest of the time working on your other farm stuff and selling it. Get this dumped. I would think it's probably into 30,000. At least it'll give us some money for labor and fertilizing costs and everything else. Yeah, no, I think I'll probably go ahead and get these guys started on contracts, and I'll be back. I'll be back in a bit after they're when they're getting done and we're working on our seeding. So see you in a bit. Okay, so we got our guy done seeding that field, and he's on to cultivating. The mowing contract is done. I think we're going to go ahead and collect that one. Now I could have, on that mowing field, I could have went over there and stole the grass. I just don't think I want to do that. Um, that would have made you a lot of money turning that into silage, but I think I'm good with what contracts we got right now. What I do want to do is buy that water tank that we need, or that we can haul milk. Um, and I think this TARDIS one will haul milk, right? Yes, milk and water, which is good. We will do the XL capacity. We're just gonna buy that. Gonna need it anyway to. And then I also want a loader. Now I assume. Let's see here. Trying to think. Our tractor, if we just. I'm pretty sure I got the quickie attachment. This is 120 horse. We can probably go with the big one, I assume. So we're at 150, so we'll go with this one. Let's paint it. Metallic blue. We're gonna buy that outright as well. And then I do want the cheesy quick tool. The one, it doesn't matter as long as it has the straps. It doesn't matter with camera or not. And I just like to go with all 5. It doesn't matter. And I like to go with no collision on the spikes. This makes it easy with the transport straps to use it for anything. Bales, we can use it for logging. buy that. And while we're in here, I do want to buy a chainsaw. I think I'm going to remove those trees in between episodes. I'm going to remove those trees that are in between our grass fields, because next month we can cut that grass again, and then I'm going to replant that field, so I'll probably combine those fields at that point. So yeah, let's grab this. We'll go get the milk, and we'll maybe grab the eggs since we got this loader. But I also got this loader so I could handle those logs, and so that all the wheat we put in there last episode is probably, or I guess it wasn't wheat, no, it was sorghum, but the flour is probably ready, so we can move that over to the bakery. I'll probably just leave them. I could haul those fertilizer and all that back, but it probably makes more sense just to leave it here since I'm using it to do contracts. One good thing about this tractor and trailer setup is it's kind of small, which is good for this map. You know, if we're gonna be, this red car, I swear, sits right down the road, and every time you pull out, then he jumps out. It just makes it easier going down the road with the smaller equipment. I also need to put down the greenhouse at some point. I mean, we could probably do that whenever. You know, it's going to outproduce what we need, but we could always turn it on to selling then, or turn it on to selling to start, just to produce some income. So we might do that while we're down there too. And I think as far as the sugar mill, I'm a little torn. I've kind of looked into that. I'm leaning towards going with the small production one. Now I know the small production ones are terrible, but you know, it's a tenth of the price, and it would go through about 21,000 liters of sugar cane a year. What we got going on here? Which realistically, that's probably enough for what we're doing. You know, we're gonna do a small field, so yes, it would take a full year to go through that, compared to if I had the full-size mill, it would probably crank it out in a month. But I don't know, just seems like that might be the way to go. I'm gonna hook that here for right now. I didn't even look, see if we have any eggs. I'm sure we got just a few. Yeah, partial pallet, but whatever. We'll haul it over there while we're going. Good test run. Boy, you barely clear this. Kinda need to get in here and see what we got going on. I use this pin on my Animal Whisper series, but I use auto pickup and basically do it from the outside. And this might be a case that, I mean, we got liftable pallets on here that you just drag them outside and then mess with them. Shut the gate. I must have left this one open too. Don't need our chicks getting out. Not that they would, but I do want to get this dairy started. Like, say, the eggs, no big deal. They're not going to do anything taking them down there, but We'll take them while we go, just so we can see what a trip's going to be like. But we do want to get the dairy started. What are you struggling with here, buddy? Huh? What am I stuck on? Something with the loader? What the heck is going on here? Why are we dragging this thing so hard? Is it no. Something to do with the loader. Let me unfasten this. Well, I tell you, I've been having problems since the update. This thing's just been annoying. It's like the thing is stuck in the ground. Huh. I'm gonna have to log out and log back in. See what if I can fix this. Okay, so whatever was causing it to, I don't know what it was doing there. It's like it was stuck to a rubber band in the ground. Logging out and logging back in fixed it, so I guess that's good. But yeah, I've had a lot of issues since the update, especially with my, this has been my first issue I guess on this map that I can remember, but on my old saves, they're just kind of screwed. They were crashing. They'll freeze sometimes when I exit the game. I've had some pallet storage issues where it doesn't work anymore. It's just kind of a mess. And I mean, I'm on PC. This was all supposed to really just be performance upgrades for console players, but it's really screwed with mine. We'll run down here and take a look. I guess I didn't come down here and look, but I'm sure there should be some flour done, if not all of it. I would imagine all of it. We didn't put a whole lot in there, so it's been 24 hours or 18 hours. I'm sure it ran through that much, that little bit, being a full-size grain mill. Not sure how many fields we need to buy either here. If we just need the other sugarcane one, should we keep buying them to rack up the money? Go put in some other crops? I don't know. Grass is coming up nicely. I did, before I logged off last month, I did put down some gravel down here just to make it look better. You know, that, which I didn't do, which if you're starting the deal you can do with the cash before you go down to 10,000. I just forgot to do it, so I did come over here and put a little bit of that in. Let's dump this at the bakery. Our trigger point for this. It looks like a trigger point to pick up. Okay, so right here. is it not taking the... Oh, duh, I'm on the loader. Panic moment there. I was thinking it wasn't going to take milk, and I'm like, well, is this trailer not going to work? How am I going to get this out of here? But no. Just a case of that. Okay. Do you think I'll unhook from this? Let's run around here. Oh yeah. We got a decent amount of flour off that, didn't we? Let's pick this up. Maybe. You can tell why I like auto load. Probably the problem is I use auto load too much, so just terrible at this. But for this series, no more we're gonna do. I'll try and do more of this the proper way, as painful as it is. I think it'd work better if I had an actual one of them farm sticks. Why did this? Uh-oh. That I'll keep doing that here in a bit, but I don't want you guys have to watch that pain. I do think I'm gonna put in the greenhouse, and I talked about putting it in the back over there, but I think if I'm just putting in a greenhouse and I'm gonna go with that small production. Let me look at that, the small production. Sugar mill. See, I almost think, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This thing being small too, I could probably sneak it in somewhere over here, and it wouldn't hurt our field. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't plan on putting it down right now. I just want to see if that would work. So I might put the greenhouse right here. Now, a large one is more than we need, but I don't like the small ones. I think the large one just produces better, and we'll just turn it on and put it to selling if nothing else, and just use it as passive income. I think I can get pretty close here to that and still be able to make the corner. Kind of like that. And of course we're going to need water up here, which we do have our deal, but I think I'm going to go with this mod. Is it? Yeah, it's factory. This for 3,000, it is going to, it might charge you a monthly fee, but it's basically just going to, and it don't matter where we put this. I guess I will actually put it facing out just in case we do want to get some water off of it. Well, this thing, yeah, I might as well put it over here and turn it this way then. That way it's definitely out of our field way. Yeah, that's fine. Distorts the field a little. And I think I'll come in here and just touch up the gravel a little. Let's see. Just give ourselves a little bit of room here for equipment to get around it without being too big a pain. And I don't plan on using the forks here to, well, I guess I do, to take it over to the plant, but I'll probably just end up using the distribute function or the selling function once it's full. But yeah, there we go. That's a nice easy curve then when we're mowing. Yeah, I think that's good. It gives us a greenhouse. We probably need to go in there. But we need to go into this water tank first. So the water tank, it works just like a production. You go in here and you tell it that you want it to distribute. So that it's going to run cycles per month. You just need to activate that. And since it's on, it should feed this. And we want strawberries. Although, do we want strawberries? I may start with lettuce. We're going to be so far ahead of the sugar and stuff. I might as well turn on lettuce and just make some money. Pay for this thing. I think I'm just going to, and not even bother about it, I'll just turn it to selling. So we don't have to run up here to pick it up all the time. And then once we go to planting, or once we harvest our sugar cane, we'll switch this over to strawberries and pick it up and put it in our bakery. But for now, I think this thing will more than pay for itself, plus some profit, because realistically we're about a year away from getting any sugar, and then probably another year after that if we go with that small production facility before we're seeing the sugar that we need, because I'm not even sure how much a pallet of cakes is, how much sugar that's going to take. It'd be nice to know that. But yeah, that's probably where we're at for this month. I'm going to finish those 2 contracts. I'll collect those. Next month we're going to work on, obviously, 3 more contracts. We'll work on silage and replanting that grass. Then we're going to, I don't know if we'll start looking at some wood production then. But we're going to combine those 3 grass fields for sure, so that they're ready to go with just one big field. But I think that'll do it for this episode. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.